This is a message from your guides reading for Sirius business. Okay, so I have 3 group crystals here, and then I have 2 that I pulled specifically for your reading. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll start with these. So I have my rose quartz here that I pulled. These are the 2 that I pulled specifically for you. So I have my rose quartz and I have my fuchsite, and actually both of these are heart chakra stones, so definitely some heart energies coming in. And I'm going to go ahead and surround us in some protective space for the reading with my rose quartz. Okay, so I've already got some information coming through. But I haven't gotten into all of the crystals. So actually my rose quartz though, it's not just a heart chakra stone. It's specifically good for relationships, bringing healing, bringing positive emotions to your relationships, but also including your relationship with yourself, and just in general bringing you comfort, love, healing, peace, these different positive emotions. And then this fuchsite is also really specifically for healing and also for identifying what needs to be healed. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this because I want to remember it before I get into the other 3. So what was coming in right away is you're saying in this email like you want to escape this emotional situation. Now your guides are clarifying you don't want to escape actually the external world, the situation. You actually want to escape what you're feeling internally about the situation. So you want to escape what you're feeling. But they're saying, but you can't escape. That's not an option. And the thing is, since this is what you want to do, no matter where you do it, this is going to be something that you're going to end up having to face. You're going to end up around people, and you won't necessarily resonate with those people no matter where you go. So this is like an ongoing pattern. No matter where you go, you're going to find these same issues within yourself. So they're saying that you can associate your emotions with the external situation and then feel like, I want to get out of these by getting out of this situation, and I won't have to deal with these emotions. But really, this situation is just triggering something that was already there. They're saying that before you used to escape this by sleeping. But there were emotions that were there, that were always there. Yeah, they're reminding me that even in the very first thought form session, there was that thought form that was coming up right away that your guides were talking about, that at first you didn't really understand, but it felt like it was alone and it didn't fit in and it didn't understand its purpose. And now you understand your purpose more, but you're still dealing with this same kind of thought form in another way. But they're saying that no matter what you do, you're going to find yourself in the water, like you always have. Even before with dolphins and whales, you still found that connection there, even as a kid. They're saying, but so no matter what you do, you're going to find yourself in the water, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the people who jump into the water from the land around you are necessarily going to always feel the same as you or be of the same vibration. Just because they're scuba diving, that doesn't mean they're Sirian. And even if they're not Sirian, it's not really about them being Sirian, but the point is, your guides are saying your essence, it's like you're finding something Sirian in the water. And you're bringing that through. And you're resonating with that. But you're not necessarily going to resonate with these other people around you who are very earth, and they're not meaning that in the way of they really resonate with earth. Otherwise, you'd probably resonate with them more so, but they mean in a 3D kind of way. They're very worldly in a sense, very earthly as in they're very worldly. They're very 3D and more stuck in the physical and logical kind of point of view and mindset. Whereas you feel more like playing in the water and being yourself. And they feel more logical and they enjoy the water, but it's still not as freeing for them in the way of, it's not as much about their emotion as it is their logic. And it's really not so much, it's not about finding their essence. So they can resonate with it in the way of, I want to do this, I like doing this, or I enjoy doing this, or this is a good hobby, or this is what I want to do with my life, but not in the same way as you, where you're almost connecting to this really, really spiritual kind of aspect of it, and that's what drew you there. So these people are not necessarily drawn to the water for the same exact purpose or reason as you. And your guides are saying that that's fine, they're not meant to be. But because of that, there's always gonna, it's like you're always gonna feel this discord if you can't accept that and be allowing of that. But the primary thing that you have to realize first off is that this is about yourself. And this is part of your life path to face this, to face this thing. Like they were talking about way before. Remember, they were talking about the volcano. They were talking about challenges, and they were saying those are going to be there. But you can find a way around those, or you can just go through. You can find a way through, or you can find a way to work around them. But they're going to be there. The volcano is there. You know, you wake up, you see it every morning. There's the volcano. So the challenge will be there. That was a really good example that they used of a challenge, and I had no idea that there's a volcano right there when you wake up. But that's why that's such a good analogy, because of this point that they're saying. You wake up every morning, there's the volcano. So they're saying that this challenge is staying. And you have to find a way through or around it, meaning you have to face it. It's there in your path. And on the other side of that, it isn't there. But that's because you've removed it from yourself, whether or not you're still physically seeing a volcano there every morning or not. So either way, you're going to have to face this. You can escape it in the way of changing your physical surroundings. And if you're still attempting to do your path, meaning you're still attempting to do these courses and all of this, and move forward with what you're learning. Okay, with the scuba diving and everything. You can escape it by going to another place, and you're still attempting to do this course and everything, but you're going to end up with the same kind of situation like you have been at other places that you've gone to. You can also escape in the way of don't do my path, which they're saying it's like, how can you do that? Once you've found it, you're going to end up just missing the water all the time. You're going to end up still wanting to do that. You're going to end up back at square one anyway, doing this again. You'll just have wasted more time. Or if you really don't end up doing that, which they know that you will, they're just saying that you can't really do anything else. Just like before, you couldn't find your place, you couldn't be happy with anything, you were restless and all over the place until you found what you were meant to do, until you found your calling and what you actually love and resonate with, and like they were saying, is your essence. So it's like, if you want to skip all of that, you'll just end up sleeping again. Then you'll end up back to square zero, not back at square one. So that's the thing that they want to get through with this specific message first off, is to accept it and even embrace it. And the other thing is, even this other stuff that you end up doing, these bad habits that you end up taking on, this is still a form of escaping it. You can't escape it externally by moving away, and so you're going to escape it emotionally by damaging your body in some way to give your emotions some kind of escape, some kind of release. And they're saying that this is still a form of escape. You're still not facing the problem. Okay, so that's what they have to say for this reading. I truly hope that this benefits you. I know this is short, but I will see you next week. Namaste.